Okay, this is cardboard from a bed frame that came in the mail. I cut a lot of it up, and now I'm going to cut it up and put it in here with some water, and we're going to soak it. Okay, so to get it all to this size, you're going to use a razor blade or whatever, and then you just rip it. Depending on what you're going to put it into, we're going to put it in Costco muffin container and best juice in the world container called Elevation. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's freaking awesome. Anyways, yeah. This is all, my whole point of all of this is for anyone that is lazy, doesn't have a pressure cooker, wants to just try and do some type of cool eco-friendly project at home. Why not recycle cardboard by feeding it to oyster mushroom mycelium, because they love it, eating it up. So you're just gonna tear all this up. It takes a little bit of time. Like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta put some effort into it, but my goal with this project is very minimal. Awesome. So this is all full. We're gonna bring it over to the sink. Fill it up. So I got it at like medium high. This stuff does rise, so you want to take some sort of spatula. Just press it down. I thought about doing this without heating it, right? If this is like poor man's lazy, I'm really busy, I don't have a lot of time, but I want to do this, like maybe just like soaking it. So if you wanted to do it in a like a 5-gallon bucket and just spray it with your hose outside, I'm sure that would work probably just fine, because a lot of the ones I have in the closet I didn't do this with, but the ones that I did do this with are going crazy, so I don't know, it might help a little bit just to heat it up. I don't get it boiling either. I kind of just get the water warm enough so that, because then I'm going to squeeze it out and then introduce it. It's a pretty quick process. It doesn't take that long if you have the time. If you don't have the time though, I wouldn't trip on it. You could totally do this without heating up the water. So maybe next time I do this video, we'll do it during the day, and I'll do a 5-gallon bucket outside. Just spray it with, I'll do all of it outside, screw it. And we'll really see how healthy this mycelium is. I'll dust it for a minute. Maybe turn your fan on so your house doesn't smell like burnt cardboard. Alright, so here's how this is gonna go. I have oyster mushrooms, right here, whole oyster mushrooms. This is the container I'm gonna put it in. I have this pot of cardboard that I just soaked and heated for like 2 minutes because I got impatient and didn't want to do it anymore because I had a lot of other work, like the podcast and all this stuff to do. And I have coffee grounds from coffee I made this morning. Actually, it's actually from yesterday morning, so it's been sitting for a day. But I've totally done that before, and the mold isn't a problem. So here we go. So what I'm gonna do first is scoop out some of this coffee and just kind of layer the bottom. Just give it a cool little like layer. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this oyster mushroom right here. You can see the spores already dropping on it and everything. Anyways, so when you do stem butt, right, like this is how it goes out. This is where it attaches. So this has been sitting for a couple days in the fridge. Usually I like to do this like when it's super fresh, but we're gonna cut into all of this and kind of separate it all. I've totally done this without a knife. You don't need, the whole point with oyster mushrooms is that they're super aggressive and super awesome. So what I'm gonna do this time is kind of like cut right here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna cut the butt off. You can use the gills and like throw them in, but I don't think it's necessary. So yeah, I cut like that part off, right? right, let's put that to the side. Now we're gonna take this, separate it a little bit, just kind of slice it into like this. That's even too much gills. I don't think you want to put too much gills in there. I don't know. It hasn't been a problem so far for me. I've totally like put gills in there. It's fucking works. Awesome. Okay, so there's that. Then you're gonna take cardboard, squeeze. I'm squeezing it. You can't really see it anyway. Squeeze, get the water out. Now I'm just gonna like, you know, just throw some pieces in there. Put them in. Now I'm gonna just kind of like sprinkle these guys in there because it's the same concept as any other mushroom growing. You're gonna, the more pieces you put in, that's the more inoculation points that this mycelium is gonna sprout out of. These are basically, you're basically implanting seeds, right? Cool thing about oyster mushrooms is that they will all grow in together. Or any mushrooms. I'm kind of just talking while I'm doing this. Don't mind me. More coffee grounds, layer it up. Now I'm gonna put the rest of this cardboard right here. Very loose. You don't want to pack it in tight because you want air to still get in there. I'm not gonna cut any holes. If you wanted to do this from start to finish, like obviously I keep like pushing all this out because I'm just trying to make as much mycelium as I can so that when I put it all outside, it's got just like a giant base of it. But you could totally take this jar, this, and it's not a jar, whatever, container, and colonize the entire thing and then poke holes all throughout it, and you could fruit mushrooms out of this alone right here. So it's pretty cool. I take that, put that in there. Again, squeeze the cardboard. There you go. Just kind of layer it in. This one's pretty good. I'm excited to see how this does. I haven't done it in a jar like this yet, so you can watch it with me. I have one going in my truck, kind of similar to this, but it's all coffee. Actually, no, it's coffee, and I'm cutting more of this oyster mushroom, by the way. It's a different one. I'm gonna see, there is, I don't know, it kind of looks like there's mycelium. These are the gills, and this is the top side. So like right in there, it kind of looks like some like mycelial tissue, but I haven't been using that. I've just been using the stem butt, so we're just gonna keep on with that method for now. I'm sure it would fucking do something. Right, and what I have in here so far is probably plenty enough. Like if you don't have a lot, you could totally get away with what I just put in. But since I have a fuck ton of it, I'm gonna keep going. Because I have another container and another one to use. Okay, I'm totally gonna do it. Because you can see like that right there. So I'm gonna try to cut, I don't know if you can see it, there's a cross section, gills, top side, this is upside down. I'm gonna try to cut that side out, like this. I don't know if you can see that. Totally. So I basically just cut that piece out of the gills, and I'm gonna just plop it in there. There's more of it right here with gills on. There you go. Oh, I'll put that right there. And then we'll sprinkle a little more coffee on top. Sweet. So this is what it looks like from that angle. Okay, let's show the next part. I'm gonna take the lid of it, which is right here. I'm gonna tape it to it. I cut the lid off, so now I'm gonna put it back on. And actually, oh, I have a good idea right now. I'm sure like duct tape would probably be cooler. I don't have it. Packing tape, because we sell clothes on Poshmark. Hit me up if you need some resale, yo. My wife's all on that game right now. She is the posh queen. How do you know? More. This is just to really hold it. Like, it's cool if air gets in it. I'm not worried about that. Okay, so now I have that, right? take like a skinny piece, squeeze it, and just kind of put it in. So what this will do is help it like run up. It'd be cool to see if like some of the mycelium, once it like starts growing through the top, will start running up these pieces. I like have a feeling it will. It will look really cool. This is probably more than enough. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's gonna take a while for that. We'll see. You can see it looks like that. I'm just gonna, where's my cap? Ah! I'll find the cap, and then I'm gonna like stab a hole into the cap and loosely screw it on. Might as well show you guys. Okay, so you have the cap, and then loose, it's like barely, so like this is off, set it on it, just barely turn until I feel some resistance, because you want air to get in, but because it's colonizing, you don't want a ton of air to get in. It's like the same way if you're doing like BRF, you just try not to stab my hand. Yeah. There, just some holes in the top of it, maybe like twist it a little bit. We're cowboys, Myco cowboys here, figuring it out as we go. Alright, and there it is. Round 2. Okay, this is cardboard starting. We're gonna grow oyster mushrooms on cardboard inside of a Costco muffin tin. It's made of plastic, so it's not tin at all. Yeah, same shit. So this one, I'm just gonna layer like a thin layer of, I don't know, like a bed. Make a bed, right? You're gonna make a bed with the mycelium, or with the cardboard, and then you're going to layer the oyster mushroom clone transfers onto it, and then you're going to kind of like pancake them in. And you can do like multiple layers. I like to do at least 2. So like, it's going to be cardboard, random pieces of mushroom, cardboard, random pieces of mushroom, and then a final layer of cardboard. And also in the middle of all that, I'm going to like sprinkle coffee as well, because these mushrooms super love coffee. And so do I. We're a perfect pair. It's cool. All right, here we go. Work. I hope you all are doing amazing and just staying motivated, trying to get stuff done. All right, there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle some coffee on it right now. I'm like almost out of this stuff, so that's all they're gonna get in this one. Cardboard. Okay, and I'm gonna try to shift it this way so you can see me cutting. There. So again, oh god, there's a ton of mushrooms in here. Wow. Okay, look at that. This is how it grows out of a substrate, like that. This is what I pulled off of the bag. It's like, pull it off. Look at all of that. So this is like what it came from. So it only makes sense that if you put it in there, it should grow. So again, we're gonna cut like right there. Just set this stuff to the side. I'm gonna put that all inside of a container and then compost it outside. If you have a garden or something, just throw the stems back into it and let it recycle and do its thing. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Like literally, don't stress too much about how, why, when, all this. Like it's just too easy. Oyster mushrooms are amazing with how aggressive they are. I mean, this is my only experience with. This is my first experience with oyster mushrooms. I don't know if all of them grow this aggressively, but these are blue oysters and they fucking rock. I'm gonna show you, wow, look at this freaking beast of a mushroom right here. It's a whale tail. Anyways, this is where it goes out of. I'm gonna clip it like right there. And again, we're just gonna slice. Thin, cross-sectional slices to get you what you want. And then layer. My phone. So, here is what it looks like there. And we keep on going. Okay, so that's the first pancake. I have layer, and then all those oyster mushroom pieces, and then another layer. And now we're gonna do the same thing again. Here we go. Alright, this is what it looks like inside. You can see the oyster mushrooms kind of in there. And then so again, it's, where's my finger? There it is. One layer of cardboard, oyster mushroom, cardboard, oyster mushrooms, and then a vinyl top layer. Very loose, it should be like spongy. Don't compress anything, just give it lots of room to like weave and flow and do its thing like it's in the ocean. So, I have this whole thing of caps left over, and I've always wondered if cloning them to cardboard will work, and not just the stem butts, so we're gonna try. Good luck. Yeah, anyways, I just did a layer of the cardboard, and that's a bunch I cut up, so I'm probably gonna like do the same type of layering I just showed you. So, I went a little crazy with this one, and I'm kind of nervous that it's gonna rot if I like overload it. But that's not gonna stop me. So what I'm gonna do, in the next segment, I'm gonna show you where I keep everything. I'm gonna either put it in its own little bag. I'm definitely gonna put it in its own little bag, but I might keep it in a different location just in case it starts to like rot and mold, whatever. Alright, so as you can see, I have all three of them right here that we just put together. This is my stack of all of them right now. A lot of them are inside of here. I have some in here. You basically want to keep them in a dark environment while they're going through their the vegetative stage, which we call blank. No, you're growing the mycelium is what you're doing, and they don't need, once you give them light and air, that's when you're going to try to produce mushrooms, but you don't want to do that until they're fully colonized. So we're going to take these, I'm going to put them in a bag like this. I haven't tried it like this yet, but because there still will be light that goes through, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I have plenty of room in this bag. I'm going to put it in there. I thought this would be a cool time to show you how awesome this mycelium is. Let's open it. Here, holy crap, look at all of that. Wow. That is straight up oyster mushroom mycelium just eating the shit out of this cardboard. Okay, we're gonna go boldly where no man has gone before. And I'm gonna tell you a story before I do it. I took this little wellness pill vitamin bottle and put like screwed up little pieces of cardboard in it, and then did the same butt transplants from the oyster mushrooms that I just took a video of. And so I put them in there, and it didn't take them long, and they're super aggressive, right? And so then when I was like, okay, well, I know that mycelium in nature will like branch out, and like once they find food, I'm like, let's like leave a trail. I didn't put anything inside of it. I just kind of like twisted up pieces of cardboard and laid the bottle down inside of this Costco muffin container, and then like covered it with cardboard, and just I wanted to see if it would just like launch out of the bottle, and it did. Hang on. Okay, so I haven't opened this yet to like look at it through without looking through this lens. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Look at this. There's the bottle laying down. That's so cool. Look, it just like came launching. It's so symmetrical. Look at that line down the middle of it. That's so wild, dude. Wow. That almost looks like it's gonna start freaking sprouting shit up. Oh my god.
Check it out.
Look at it, it's trying to come out the sides over here. Hi. Hi, fungi. Look at this one more time. That's incredible. So awesome. I want to show you the difference. Let's see it. There's like white mycelium right in there. There. That little like fuzzy stuff. That's mycelium from these random wood blades I found. This is from 4 days ago. On that same day, I did the exact same thing with the oyster mushrooms, and look how much growth they have. Like, they're busting out the seams over here. It's freaking awesome. Okay, so as you can see on this tag, it says Rancho Santa Fe, probably agaricus wine. I did a stem butt transfer to cardboard on the 1st of the year. Inside of these, not really doing anything. But I did the exact same thing in these little immunity shot bottles, and you can totally see mycelial growth happening. It might be hard for you to see it in this, but there, you can see like that little thing sprouting. The fact is that it's actually working, and it's sprouting on the cardboard, which I wanted to see. Definitely not as fast as this. I did this the exact same day with Oyster, and it's doing very well. Very, very well. Maybe a little too much moisture there. I don't care, because look at it. It's just loving it. Oh my god, I love this bag. This one was super impressed me with how fast it happened. Did this oyster on the 2nd of the year. Look at that. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of water in this bag, but I feel like picking it up. I see it all dispersing back there. Growth, growth, growth. Quick shot of just how I'm storing. That's the bottle that I just made. I'm just gonna put it inside of this like postage box and close it. Nothing too crazy. Just do that. And put a bag on top of it. Alright everyone, that is how you clone oyster mushrooms onto cardboard. It's really not hard. It takes a little bit of time. This took me, I don't know, this whole thing took about an hour. And I was filming it, so obviously I could have done it faster, and I was kind of taking my time, but maybe it didn't. Maybe it took like 30 minutes. Whatever, it doesn't take that long, and you end up with a lot of really cool mycelium growing. It's a really cool learning experience to actually see it grow, you know? And then you can recycle your cardboard and build your own pit in your backyard, or do it the way I'm doing it, and then turn them into oyster mushrooms or something. I don't know. Go throw it in nature afterwards. It's gonna turn into soil, so it's not going straight to the landfill and clogging all that crap or wherever. It doesn't have to take a truck to take it somewhere. You just do it yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe, like it, share it, do whatever you want. Listen to the podcast if you haven't yet. It's Mycoverse, the Mushroom Podcast. We're interviewing anyone and everyone who's interested in talking about fungi because it's super awesome. And yeah, much love to you. Bye.
Seems like just another